So we saw a question that was posted over the weekend about ratios. And specifically, it was asking like, hey, what ratios are you guys running? And if your answer is anything less than your state's maximum allotted ratio, you're playing a small game and you need to step up. So in Florida, we had a 1-to-25 ratio. Many of you have anywhere from like a 1-to-12 to a 1-to-15. Some of you have a 1-to-18. Some of you have a 1-to-20 ratio. Some of you, if you're in Texas, 1-to-26. Shout out to Texas. Wherever you are in the country, find out what your max ratio is, and you better max it out. We built this entire system with brand new people. We were tossing them into a class with no less than 25 kids. I don't care if it was a day one coach. Their classroom was always no less than 25 kids maximum because we want to maximize net profit. Some of you, if you can have 1-to-20, but you think you're doing your coaches a favor by doing 1-to-15, you're literally missing out on 5 kids worth of net profit that you could have right there in that class. And when your coaches are trained properly and they have classroom management skills, they know how to give good classroom announcements, and your director is going from classroom to classroom to classroom, empowering the coach in front of the children, the kids tend to have much better behavior. They tend to follow directions. The day goes smoothly. And also, I want to remind all of our newest members, as well as our veteran members, after the end of the second week, you're going to witness a very interesting shift happen. This is where the dust settles. The coaches get into the flow. The kids get into the flow. Everybody knows what's coming next. The rules are being followed and the culture's being established. So by the start of week 3, things better start feeling easy.
Can I be mean for a second?
I mean, sure. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So I said, can I be mean for a second? Because I'm going to grab y'all's attention on this one. So, and here's the truth. I mean, I might sound a little bit mean, but I say it truly with love. Okay. If you're Manny Cabrera, you know I love you, right? Exactly. See, you know I love you. If your ratios are, let's say, 1-to-15, and you go, but I'm making it easier on my coaches and I'm running 1-to-10, the problem is you. You're the problem.
You have a limiting belief.
Because you either hired the wrong person or you didn't train the right person. Either way, it's you. You're the problem. So take a good hard look at your team and go, did I hire the right people? Yes or no? Let's start there, right? And if you hired the right people, fantastic. Did you actually train them? And if they're the right people and they still can't handle your ratios, you didn't train them. That's the simple answer. It's you didn't train them enough. But if you hired the people that are not the best fit for your team, that's also you. And maybe you need to kind of reevaluate who you have on your team.
This is why it's so vitally important for networking with other STC members, because you're going to see literally what they're doing, how they're using the system, the way it's intentionally designed. And then you go, oh my gosh, if they're doing it, I can do it, right? So you look at people like Michael Sartwell, who has the biggest team, or Gwen and Matt, who have the biggest team that they've ever had as well. Or, you look at somebody like, who do we have? Adam and Rhonda, who went from 40 kids last year before joining. Now they're 80 plus kids this year after joining. It is a belief system that changes. When you get rid of the limiting beliefs and you replace them with systems, your results change. You have a transformation. And here's the thing that I want you guys to remember. The concept of the 4-minute mile. There was a point in history where doctors would say, if you can run a mile faster than 4 minutes, your heart is going to give out. Like, you'll probably die. And then all of a sudden, the first person did it. And then everybody's like, oh, wait a minute. It's possible. Maybe I can do it too. And then you had a bunch of people breaking the 4-minute mile. Now, I can't break the 4-minute mile.
Neither can I. It's not going to happen.
But you guys get the point. When you see people in our group crushing it, it's the same system. Play a big game. And if you find that you're having resistance towards expanding your ratios, not only are you leaving a ton of money on the table of net profit, but you're not changing extra kids' lives. So it's like, are their lives not as important as your fear? I think you need to put your fear to the side. This is what the coaching program's all about. Look and lean in.
Now, something that I just want to bring up is if you are the person that is jumping in and going, what should my profit be? How do I increase my profit? But you're also the same person that's talking about how you're intentionally lowering your ratios. Again,
That's your problem.
you're the problem. So don't talk about profits when you're not maximizing what's possible anyways. Let's say you have an amazing team and then you've got the team. Fill it with kids. Bring on more kids into your program and stop focusing so much on like, well, how much should I save on toilet paper?
Yeah, let's save $20 and not audit our sales team, or let's save $50 and not audit our location, right?
Yep.
We have to play a bigger game. So this one quick thing here, we're still talking about profits. Pizza parties right now should be about $8 a kid. Originally, when we started, it was like $5 to $6. And then with inflation, now it's like $7 to $8. Most of you are kind of around that $8 kind of average. Some of you are even more, depending on where you live. But keep that in mind. I just wanted to toss that out there. I had that in my notes. And then let's talk about bundling. Everybody write down the term bundling. If you're not actively bundling memberships, you are missing out on enrollment opportunities. We have a lot of people that'll post every single year and they'll say, hey, the summer has already started. When do I stop offering the entire summer membership? Well, the answer is you don't stop offering the entire summer membership. You start bundling it with the after-school program.
Yes.
So we want to reward people for the long-term membership mindset. If somebody's willing to sign up with your program for a long time, let's give them the best rate possible. If you think about it, let's say it's week 3 or week 4 of summer camp, and you have somebody that comes in and they're like, hey, what's the best rate? What do you guys charge? You can still give them the entire summer camp rate if, make sure you guys take notes on this, if they're also ready to save a spot right now for the after school program. So you would say something like, hey, listen, you guys go to one of the elementary schools that we pick up from, and I've got some really great news for you. We actually only have a couple spots left on the van or the bus for that elementary school. And if you go ahead and jump in right now and save a spot, not only are you guaranteed to get a spot because we always sell out, but we can also give you a bonus deal where you can lock in the entire summer membership rate right now. So you're saving money on the summer camp and you're guaranteeing that little Johnny gets a spot in our after school program. How does that sound? And a lot of these parents are like, yeah, let's do it. So when you bundle that together, you can give them that discount and have the confidence that they're staying for the next entire year. And when you have the parents that think, I'm going to save a spot for summer camp and I'm going to save a spot for after school, they continue to do that year after year after year. And that's where we start to see that 3.5-year retention average. How many of you guys experience that where you have people that are like, oh my gosh, we have a spot for summer camp. I better save a spot for after school. And then when the after school program starts to get to the end of the year, they're like, I need to save a spot for summer camp. And they keep re-enrolling. Type yes in the chat section.
It was something that if somebody, it was so rare. It was so rare in our own summer camp and after school, where if we had a parent that was like, oh, I'm not really, and we're like, why? Like, that's weird. That's weird that you have to think. What are you thinking about? What, like, your kid's going to lose their spot. Do you really want, oh, no, you're right. I don't want to think about it. It's just kind of the natural behaviors for me to have to think about something. Okay, cool. Well, where else are you making poor decisions in your life? But anyways, so we want to make sure that we at least help them to make this right decision in their life for their child.
I want to say thank you to Ryan Miller. He said that I'm an expert with implanting fear of missing out. Thank you. And here's another thing that you guys can put in your back pocket when we talk about fear of missing out. You can openly and kind of casually toss this out there in your conversation with parents. And you can do this on the phone, but it's really good in person. And you can be like, hey, yeah, so listen, this is a perfect opportunity to save your spot. We've actually had several parents every single year who took too long and then they realized that they did want to be here, but we couldn't enroll them anymore because we had already sold out. And I don't want that to happen to you. And they're like, oh my gosh, yeah, okay, got it. And then they're going to do it. So even if you're like a first year member and you haven't reached that sold out level yet, you still need to adopt this mindset because be, do, have. Be the owner that acts like they have a sold out program, which will cause you to do the things that those types of owners do, which is these types of conversations. And then, my friends, guess what you're going to have? You're going to have a sold out program. I remember when we launched our second location, it was like the small one, right? The 2,500 square foot, 100 kids a day, over $500,000 in revenue right off the bat. We were telling everybody from day one, hey, we're going to sell this out real fast. You better sign up now. Mm-hmm. Every single person we talked to had that experience where it was like this healthy kind of pressure to save a spot.